In Hoplite, the goal is almost always speed. I try to get a good timing on the jump out because everyone is racing to the middle. And when I open the chest, I gotta grab my loot as fast as I possibly can before someone else steals it. Now that I have iron, my main goal is to make an axe and get kills. So what I'm doing here is I'm just breaking dead bushes to get sticks, and then going to break a log so I can make a crafting table and then craft an axe. Because axes, they're better than swords in pre-game, I'm not gonna lie, they do way more damage. I get the axe, and I'm trying to get as many kills as possible. What I want to do is, I want to stay around 0-0, because if I follow someone way out, there's no way there's gonna be more people there, and I'm just gonna end up not getting many kills. Alright, I got the diamond sword, and I switch because it's almost as much damage, and it's way faster. So now I'm just trying to crit out everyone, like, that guy died with a head, and this guy, I don't think he's smart enough to right-click a head. Yep, you drop with everything. So now I'm set, bro. Like, I have 4 heads, I can just pop them on whoever I want. For those of you who are new to Hoplite, or maybe those of you who play and just don't know, regular heads, they heal 4 hearts and give you 15 seconds of speed too. So if someone's like running and they have gaps, but they need like distance to be able to eat them, you can pop them and drop them with gaps every single time. Heads are just so good. Now that McChezface is enabled and PvP is off for the next 10 minutes, my goal is to get as much gear as possible to be ready for PvP. This means mostly gold, diamonds, and iron, so that I'll be crafting my buckets, making healing with the gold, and ideally making a piece of diamond armor or even an enchantment table with diamonds. The key to pre-games is speed. You need to get as much stuff as possible in only 10 minutes, which may sound like a lot, but trust me, when you're there, it's not. So, when you're in a cave and you don't see any iron, or if there's iron way up on the ceiling, just ignore it and keep moving. You always want to stay moving in Hoplite, especially in pre-game. Now, for those of you who are super new and actually just don't know what to craft, you're going to want to get at least 1 water bucket and at least 1 lava bucket. Because if you catch someone without water and you get them on fire with lava, it's GG's. They're on fire for like, what, 10 seconds? And you can just crit them out, they die. With water, you don't want to be that one guy without water who just croaks the second he gets set on fire. So yes, always have water, and lava's a lot more optional, but I still recommend it. Now with gold, what you want to do is you want to always have your 2 light apples. So for the first 2 golden apples you craft, you only need 4 gold instead of 8. Always have your lights. And if you have excess gold and a head, I would recommend making a G head, because having a G head almost guarantees you're going to win your first fight. By the way, G-heads heal a total of 8 hearts, and give 4 absorption hearts, and can be instantly consumed, unlike golden apples. This is why G-heads are insanely good. Now, if I still don't have my 8 gold, at about 6 or 5 minutes into the pre-PvP phase, I make a nether portal and try to mine nether gold, because that's a much more consistent way of getting gold than just running around a cave hoping you'll find some. Now, you should be on surface like around a minute before PvP enables. If you're way down in a cave, you can just surface pearl, and you gotta be ready for your first fight. Now, what I usually do is run towards 0-0, because eventually that's where everyone will end up, and it's just the most consistent way of finding people. Now, over here I spotted a bot. Hoplite bots, you can tell, because they always have iron swords, and they always have shiny masks, and their movements just aren't very human-like. So what you can do is, as I did there, you can just dig down 1 block and crouch, and the bots can't hit you. And I obviously chose to take this fight because this guy had no leggings, the equivalent of an iron chestplate, and the equivalent of leather boots. Also, whenever I kill him, I'll heal up to 3 hearts, so it's just worth it in case he drops with healing. The main thing I did to win that fight was just do a lot of crits. And I also did this thing called P-critting, which is when they hit you, and then as you're falling from the knockback of the hit, you hit them back to get a crit. Now, when I see the other guy coming in to interrupt our fight, I start running because I just want to let him and the guy I was already fighting just fight so that I can run in and clean them when they're both drained each other of health and healing. However, that didn't end up happening, and I decided I'd be able to take a 1v1 with this guy. And yeah, I mean, we all ended up in a cave, and it was kind of pandemonium for a little bit. Above me, I hear two people fighting, so I just decide to try to loot the diamond armor because it'll give me better protection, and I use the moment to heal up. And then once one guy dies, I go in and fight the other guy before he can loot all of the stuff. A fun little trick I did there, I just crafted gold ingots instead of just sifting through all of the items in the pile, because that would take forever. And in Hoplite, you want to do everything fast. Something I like to do in Hoplite is when I have like a couple seconds to chill, I just enchant and combine books and stuff with my gear to upgrade its enchantment level. So next time I'm taking a fight, I'll just have more protection and I'll do more damage. Bruh. Hi. How are you today?
Hello?
Hello. I think you're kind of cooked.
Oh, there's 1 for 3 minutes, man.
Alright, I'll chase for 3 minutes. Sounds like a plan. Might be Jover for you. Okay, this is stupid. I'm just gonna kill you. GG. Oh, he corpsed. In deathmatch, right now, I'm just gonna grab a chest and then kill someone so I can use their head on another person. And since this guy has so little gear, I decide he would be easy to kill. And now that there's only 2 people left and I see that neither of them are stacked, I just go to kill the guy who's more stacked. And then I just finish off the person with the least gear to win the game. Dude, like, what is that? Here is a couple of good ways to actually win. First of all, you need to keep in mind that speed is very important. Second of all, you gotta be aggressive enough with your fights, and when you've already committed to a fight, like you've already eaten a G-head or something, you should just finish that fight. You gotta be okay with dying. Like, if there's a fight that's totally unwinnable, just finish the fight and go on to your next game. Just so that you can get some more time actually playing instead of just running around a game with no hope of winning it. Those are the two most important things. And then, if you want to practice PvP, I'd recommend going to stray.gg and doing the sword PvP. So those are just a couple of ways that I win my games. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you enjoyed. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.